If the Babylonian numeral, this symbol, stands for 1, and this symbol stands for 10, write the Babylonian numeral as a base 10 number. Base 10 numbers are the numbers that we're used to. When you think about numbers in groups of 10, like if I have 43, I have 4 groups of 10 and 3 groups of 1, which make 43. The Babylonians did groups of 60. They thought of numbers in groups of 60. All right, let's look at this Babylonian numeral right here. What you do is you want to start on the right side here, and then work to the left. All right, so this stands for 10, 10, and 1. What you do is you add those up, 10, 10, and 1. That makes 21. And this tells you how many groups of 1s you have. So I have 21 groups of 1, which is just 21. If you do 21 times 1, you get 21. 21 groups of 1, you have 21 items there. Now, what you do is then you go to the left. The next grouping tells you how many groups of 60 you have. So you do the same thing. You got 10, 1, and 1. That makes 12, but that tells you how many groups of 60 you have. This means I have 12 groups of 60. And to figure out how many 12 groups of 60 is, you multiply 12 times 60. 12 times 60 gives you 720. So this first one, starting from right to left, this first one tells you how many 1s you have. I have 21 1s. And then this tells you how many groups of 60 you have, 12 groups of 60, which means that there's 720 things there. And then the end result, all you do is add these up, and here we get 741. So this Babylonian numeral as a base 10 number is going to be 741. All right, let's look at this next example. I have 3 groupings here. You always want to start on the right. The right one tells you how many 1s you have. So this is 10, a 1, a 1, and a 1. That's 13. So that means I have 13 groups of 1, which is just 13 times 1, which is 13. All right, so moving to the left, this next set gives me how many groups of 60 you have, just like in the last example. This stands for 1, so this is 1 plus 1. That's 2 groups of 60. And if you have 2 groups of 60, that means 2 times 60, you have 120. 120 items there. All right, the next set gives you the groups of 60 squared. All right, so this is 10 and 1, which is 11. So I have 11 groups of 60 squared. If you think about our base 10 numbers, the hundreds are 10 squared. The thousands are 10 cubed. You go up by an exponent. So the third set over from the right gives you the number of groups of 60 squared. 60 squared is 3,600. So this is 11 groups of 3,600. To figure that out, you got to do 11 times 3,600, which I'll use a calculator for that. All right, so 11 times 3,600 gives me 39,600. And then what you want to do is you want to add up these 3 numbers to get the end result. So if you add those 3 numbers up, you'll get 39,733. That is how you convert Babylonian numerals to base 10 numbers. There you go.